You know, it's really tragic to hear stories of a restaurant that I used to go to all the time when I lived nearby. It's set to close soon. The Hen House. They're off Toronto Road. Close to all the action with the college. A lot of duplexes, apartment buildings over there, even nice neighborhoods over there. And the Hen House that Megan and I used to affectionately call the Hen Hizzy, because that's where we used to go. We had an apartment over there, and we would go and get their breakfast horseshoe, which was awesome. And I loved their coffee. I don't know, there was something about the creamer and the sugar. It was good stuff. But apparently they're going to be closing. And I want to ask you now about what are some of your favorite restaurants from yesteryear? Things that aren't with us anymore. It's, I guess, just a fact of life that, you know, things come and go, but this had a long run, 30 years. And in this location, they're not going to be able to continue on. So you've got some reporting out of the SJR about this, and of course, it's just sad to hear that they've got some issues that compounded. Of course, they had to make it through the pandemic. You can imagine the struggles that all restaurants had after the governor said you can't have indoor service. After the governor said that we're going to close you down. You can't have people indoors during the pandemic. And then, after the stay-at-home orders, which impacted small businesses all across the spectrum that the governor did not declare were actual, essential businesses, he then did the whole, you can only have, 20% capacity, or you can only have 50% capacity. All this while we knew that, the major impacts were on those who were in congregate settings of advanced age, but it didn't keep, of course, all of the different types of parameters being put in place by the governor and being followed up even by Sangamon County officials. If you recall, several restaurants were taken to court for not operating. So you had, for instance, what was that? Fox Run, that restaurant closed. Now you've got the Hen House. Arlington's. Love Arlington's, and I'm almost tempted to actually rent that place out to have them make me and my friends some burgers, because those burgers were good, but they decided to go ahead and just do a catering type of service instead of the restaurant service. But what are some of the restaurants that you miss from yesteryear? 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Morning, Greg. Hey, the Hen House, I'm really surprised. I'm not going to lie. It was almost basically a really good staple for the town, to be honest, because I remember passing it every day going to school. Yeah, well, and even on the highway, you're heading north, you see the Hen Hizzy, and you're like, yay, we made it to Springfield. Exactly. I mean, it was one of those landmarks where you knew, okay, 5 minutes left till I get home. I mean, it was awesome. But one that I really, really missed was Kara's Mongolian barbecue. Ooh, I like some Mongolian barbecue. I don't think I've ever had that, though. Oh, my gosh. It was absolutely amazing. And the apartments that my wife and I lived at, we were literally, we could walk that Wabash Trail. So we walked the Wabash Trail and got to the parking lot down by Walmart and got there. And then just walk back. So we, justified the large bowl that we got. Absolutely, because you're walking it off afterwards. Calories, totally. Exactly. But great. You got your own noodles, you got your own veggies and meats, and you made your own sauce. They had like 9 different sauces that you could combine. No longer and you just give it. Yeah, I mean, it was sad. A horrible thing because the guy kept raising rates. Well, we got to know the staff by a first name basis. Well, I would imagine there were a bunch of different factors, as there always are. I appreciate the call. 217-629-7970. Somebody on Facebook says Fleetwood's. Not familiar with that one. You're going to have to call in to give me some more details. But of course, you can call in live and local, 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Hey, listen, not only for the food, but cigars, I miss Mountain Jack.
Where's that? Where was that at?
That was right there. I think it's a Mexican place now, La Fiesta.
Okay.
And, oh, my golly, Mountain Jack's great food, and you could smoke a cigar right there. They had a cigar bar right there when you walk in. And I miss Gallagher's, too.
I'm with you. Gallagher's, We went there maybe 2 or 3 times, and it was special occasions, low lit. They had the piano in the corner. The steak was phenomenal, and then it burned down. It's unfortunate. Hey, I appreciate that. Didn't know the other one. Could you imagine going to a place and order a steak and then puffing out a cigar afterwards? I mean, they got rid of indoor smoking a decade plus ago. Good morning. You're on WMAY with the news that the Hen House is going to cease operations in Springfield. What are some restaurants from yesteryear that you remember? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Well, man, I tell you, you guys are hitting all the good ones. I too missed the Mongolian grill over there. I know exactly which one that guy's talking about. But I'll tell you what I also miss is the way things have kind of changed. I miss the old-fashioned steak and shake when I can go in and sit down and be waited on.
Sure.
Or being able to have a Pizza Hut lunch buffet, but they've done away with all those things because of COVID, and they realize they make more money through DoorDash and just doing deliveries. So
what's Steak and Shake doing now? Are they? Is it counter service?
Yeah, it's back. I don't know if you remember their old commercials, scenes from a worker-rot.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, they've turned into a workaround. You come in and you order at the counter, and then you sit down and you wait for them to call you up, and you go get all your stuff and get your own sodas and get your own drinks. And
man,
it usually takes an hour to get food, so it's a shame.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You guys are rattling off some good ones.
I appreciate the call. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Hen House is not going to operate. They apparently have a really expensive HVAC unit. And I had somebody texting me saying there could be a fundraiser. If we had 300 people donate $100 each, they could totally get this HVAC unit or something to that effect. I don't know if that's going to happen. You know, and you had all these federal dollars going out for COVID relief. Some restaurants weren't able to get it. Others were. Big businesses were able to get it. A luxury car dealer was able to get it, but some of the mom and pop shops may not have been able to get it. So there's all kinds of factors that play into when a business can't operate anymore. But it's sad to see. I used to go to the Hen House all the time, get breakfast horseshoes, drink their coffee, and just sit there and hang out. Really neat. And they had those little peg games, right, where you had like little golf tees and you got to jump over and play games and stuff while you waited for your food. That's going to be missed. I think absolutely. What are some of the other restaurants that you miss from yesteryear? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Yes, hello. Sean Gotti here.
What's up, man?
I'll tell you what, you guys are hitting all the good things, man. Memory Lane, the Fleetwood. That was over there off of Dirksen Parkway. It's a car lot now.
What was it? Was it a steakhouse, a burger house, a bar, pub?
It was a run-of-the-mill kind of joint, you know, just like a dive, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't really nothing special. It's just, I don't know, nostalgic. Mountain Jack's never been there, but that place burned down. But I used to go to Tops Big Boy with my old man.
Where was that at? Did it have the big Tops, you know, statue outside of it?
Big Boy there, yeah.
Yeah, the Big Boy.
Over there off South Grand between Fitz and Sticks somewhere. I can't quite. I was really young.
We had one of those in town? How long ago was that?
Oh, God, man. I had to have been like maybe 3, 4 that I remember.
Wow. Yeah, so see, I've only been here in town for about 15, 16 years or so. So if it was before then I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, for sure, before then.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right on. No, I appreciate the call. Sad stories. I mean, you know, reminiscing, kind of remembering those restaurants from the past, and some of them even more recent. But of course, I mean, we're getting new ones, right? And we talk with the Springfield Business Journal regularly each week to kind of get an idea of what's going on with the restaurant scene. And there's some new exciting things coming, and already here, as a matter of fact. So all kinds of different flavors out there. But listen, when the Hen House announces that they're going to be closing, it strikes home. I used to go there all the time, and I know a lot of you out there do. But reflecting on that and other places that you've been to that are no longer here. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
My wife hit it on the head. Fleetwood was to Springfield what Cracker Barrel is to the United States. It's basically that home-cooked, sit-down, know there's going to be mashed potatoes and stuff on the table. So it was a great place to eat. There are 2 places I don't think you'll remember either one of them. One was called Golden Bear, and it was on Isles and 6th Street, and it's been torn down. It's a parking lot now. It was an old A-frame place. Had the best pancakes pancakes in town. And then Golden Dragon is still, I miss their honey spice chicken like there's no tomorrow.
Don't remember any of those, but they sound delicious and wonderful. And I got to say, one of the things that's kind of sad about Hen House is the building's iconic. It looks like a hen house, right? What are they going to do with that building? And Motorheads, I think, is a wonderful example of a management team that saw a property, saw its potential, took it over, and made it pretty incredible. They celebrated their 4-year anniversary. It's hard to believe that Motorhead's there off of Toronto Road. On the opposite side of the highway is the Hen House. Has been there now for 4 years, and every time I drive by, they're rocking. It's just so busy, and the food's awesome. They got a delicious tap beer. I could drink for the life of me. Why can't I remember that Gold Top? Oh, geez, Megan's probably screaming it from the top right now. What? Anyways, so 217-629-7970. But what I was getting ready to say is, what are you going to do with that Hen House property? The building itself is it's the Hen House. Can it be anything other than the Hen House? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Yeah, one of the restaurants I'm confused about, we've tried to go in there several times in the last month or two, and I don't know if COVID got or not, but it's Happy Sushi right there on South Grand and 9th. But I thought that was the best sushi restaurant in town, and I guess he's not open. I don't know if.
And this I've been there multiple times as well. Megan and I love it. It's great, it's awesome sushi. But it's one of those things where sometimes it's open, sometimes it's not.
Right.
And I've heard that from a lot of people who may try to go there and then they see the sign up. They're not open today. Okay, well, let's just go find lunch somewhere else. Yeah, that's kind of weird. And hey, business owners have that prerogative, I guess. All right, got to take a break. It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop. Thanks for hanging out and reminiscing.